Hi everyone, my name is Kim and I am Barbara's daughter. Welcome back to my Flosstube channel. I am here to show you what I have been working on for the past few weeks. And I just wanted to start by thanking everyone for the wonderful, very kind comments that I received on my previous video, welcoming me back from not being here for a while. So thank you so much. It's nice to know that people still want to see what I'm stitching. So I have a lot to show you today. I went through the comments and read them all, and I really only saw one question, so I just wanted to address it. It was about the pattern that I showed last time. One of them, I did a whip parade last time, and one of the things I'm working on is Autumn Love by Lori Holt. But what I did was I changed the colors. I have what I feel are like darker, more fall colors for some of them. I didn't change every color. So someone had asked if I would share what I did change. So I'm happy to do that. What I'm gonna do is hold this up here. So I think you can probably pause this, snap a picture of it. I just kind of whited out the colors that I replaced and wrote in the new ones. They are all DMC with the exception of the dark red I'm using, which is a Victorian motto. So I don't know if you'd be able to find that one. It's antique red, but everything else that I swapped out was a DMC. And that gray house in the middle is not gonna be gray on mine, but I haven't decided which of these colors I'm gonna use for the house. So I'll use one of these colors, but I haven't really decided. What I'm doing is kind of working around and doing all the outer squares, and then I'm going to do that one last. So I have plenty of time to decide. So I wanted to just show that. And if you do have any other questions about things I'm stitching on, feel free to leave a comment and I'm happy to answer them. I have a lot of fully finished objects, small little pillows that I did over the past couple weeks. I fully finished them. So I wanted to show you those. I will put up pictures of the patterns because I don't have them in front of me. Once I stitch it, I put them away. So I will just snag pictures off the internet and put them up here. The first couple ones I have are Easter, so I missed this Easter, but I'll have them for next time. This is a Stitching with the Housewives pattern, I believe. And I just put a color on the back that matches and then put some felt where I have the hole to turn them right side up. So I have that one. And then these two, I want to say they were by, they were like freebie patterns. It might have been from Mama Loves You GB, but I'm not 100% sure, so I'm going to try and find who they're from, and I will either put it here on the screen as you're looking at it, or I will link them in the description box below. But I stitched these a couple years ago and just didn't finish them. So there was the carrots and then these cute little bunnies with the heart tails, and I used the same backing on all of them. And this, I wanted to just mention a couple things that I use for finishing my pillows. So the felt that I put on the back, I just iron that on with this Pellon tape. I got this off of Amazon. I'm sure you could probably get it at Joann's or Hobby Lobby or Michael's, but it's like a strip of tape and it sticks. So I cut off the piece I need, I stick it on the felt, and then I peel off the backing and iron it down onto the back of my piece and it just sticks. So I do usually come back and put like a charm or like a little, I always forget what they're called. It's like a safety pin, but a bulb pin. And I'll attach that with some charms or something. So there is usually something that I come back to and stick in there, and that helps keep the felt on as well. But I've never had it come off, so I don't bother sewing it down. I just iron that down. And I probably will come back and put some trim. I have a lot of the Lady Dot Creates pom-pom trim that I have bought over the years. And so I have a bunch of colors that will go with some of these. And so I might come back and put pom-pom trim on some of them. The other thing I wanted to show you before I show you the rest of my, I should have done this in the beginning, but the rest of my finishes, I stuffed them all with this cluster stuff. And someone else showed this on a video once, and I've been using it ever since. I just want to pull some out so you can see it. It is like little balls of stuffing. It's very loosely packed, but the reason I like this, you shove a lot of it in there, but then after I have finished a pillow and sewn it closed, I iron it on the back and front, and it makes it flatter and not as like poofy. So I like them kind of flat, so that's why I use this cluster stuffing. And you can get it on Amazon, but it's actually cheaper at Walmart. So I have gotten like a huge case of like 5 bags of it, and I am still using it. So that's where I got it from, was Walmart. This is a Blackbird design piece, and I stitched that a long time ago and finally have that in a pillow ready to go for the fall this year. Really like that yellow. I'm not sure what, it was probably a Victorian motto. I'm not sure what it was. I did not use the called for colors, I don't think, for that one. This is a Scarlet House pattern. And the only thing that I'm upset about with this one is you can see where I carried my thread because it's such a light fabric. And I normally don't fuss with that. I carry threads. My back is a total mess. I don't ever care, but in this case, you could really see it. So it's fine though, and it's in a dough bowl. All my non-cross-stitching friends are not going to notice. So this is a Blackbird design piece. I think it's from the Sewing Club book, and it's meant to go onto like a box. I forget, a certain kind of box. I actually have the box, and I decided, nope, I'm just gonna make it into a pillow. So that's the backing for that. This is another Blackbird design pattern. This is also from a book. I feel like it's a French title on the book. I might be totally wrong there. But this is the only pattern I've done from that book. And the next two are from Luminous Fiber Arts, and they're part of her Gathering series. So she has a bunch of patterns. I think she's got 5 now. Gathering, this is Gathering Clover, and they're all birds in this series. So that is Gathering Clover. And then this one, I forget what it's called, but it's a sewing one. Gathering Stitches, maybe? I don't know. I'm putting it down at the bottom. So these are really fun patterns to stitch and kind of quick to stitch as well. I also have already done the Gathering Honey, which is like with a bee scap on it. And I feel like I have the pattern for one more, but then I still have to get the last pattern. So I have most of them. And then this is a hands-on design. This is a freebie. She does a freebie every year for, I think it's her wedding anniversary, which is before Valentine's Day. So it's nice to kind of stitch them up for Valentine's Day. So it says, love you too. And I just have a check on the back. So those are all my fully finished items for this week. And like I said, I have a whole bunch of polka dot trim that I'm going to go back and maybe put around some of these, not all of them, and then maybe put some charms on the back. I have some charms that have the year. So I've been doing that with a lot of my pillows, just putting the year charm on it so I know when I've done it. So I might go back and do that, but it's nice to have a whole bunch of fully finished objects to stick in my bowls and decorate all over my living room and dining room area. So that's my fully finishes, and I'm gonna clean that up and come back and show you I have one little finish and my whips next. Okay, so my finish, as I said, it's a tiny one. It is March from Hands On Designs Seasons, A Year of Celebrations Season 2. And I had already started this, but finished it up last week. And actually it doesn't really show up that great on this fabric. The green, I was surprised. The white shows up great, but the green, not so much, but that's all right. This one's the only one that's really like super heavy on the green. And I like the fabric for everything else. I'm not sure actually, it's definitely a picture of this plus, but I'm not sure exactly what fabric color it is. So since I've gotten January, February, and March done, I will probably try every 2 weeks to do one of these. We'll see. I would love to get them done. I have a little house from Target that I wanted to finish them so that I could hang them in this little house. And I'll have to show you the picture. I'll have to find it for next time. It's somewhere in my camera roll. I saw someone on Instagram take this little house and hang their monthly chart. I don't know if it was this chart or not, but hang a monthly chart there and then decorate with the little house. So like when it was the summertime, it would be like a little surfboard or some kind of like summer, a sailboat or something. Maybe they're like dollhouse pieces. I don't know. They're all miniature things. So I'll try and remember next time to get that picture out and also the little house. It was from like probably 2 seasons ago at Target. So I'm not sure you can get it anymore, but you could do it with something similar to that. So that was my finish. I have maybe 4 whips to show you. And the first one is my Haid. So I'm going to put a picture of that here. It's called Farewell to Anger. And I worked on this 2 nights, but it wasn't very long each night. I think I got, one night I got like 300 stitches done. And then last night I did only maybe like 150, 200 stitches because we went out to dinner and it was just a late Friday nights. I'm always so tired after like the week. So I'm going to put a picture next to like over here to show you what it looked like last time. And this is what it looks like now. It's not much of a difference. It's definitely fun to see different colors come in. So there's some green and purple coming in there now. And probably down like about here is going to be the first street light. So I'm getting there slowly but surely. And I'm really enjoying doing this though. I think because there's no way I'm going to finish this for like years, right? So I'm just stitching. It's very calm. It's very relaxing. I'm not in a hurry to get it done because it's not getting done anytime soon. So I find it really fun and relaxing to stitch on. So my goal is just every week to spend a day or 2 on it. It's still gonna take a really long time to get it done. But at least if I consistently work on it, I have a better shot of getting it done. The next project that I worked on, which was actually like 4 or 5 days I worked on this, is Floral Motif Sampler by the Scarlet House. And I finished this motif and this big motif up here, and I finished like the leaves and stems on here, but I'm in the middle of doing the flowers, and I might have done a couple of the tiny pieces in there. So this is where I'm at. It's a little bit over 1/3 of the way done. Like this is pretty much the halfway point right here. So I'm almost there. I have a mistake in this flower here. The top half is like 1 stitch over. I might leave it because it's not really bothering me. I am using the called for colors on this and I really like it. I like how you can finish like 1 or 2 motifs and feel like you've accomplished something. So this one, I feel like if I keep it in my rotation, I could get it done, you know, in the next month or so. But that is the key word, if I keep it in my rotation, because there's so many other things I want to work on. So we'll see what happens. The next one that I worked on was Isabella Jackson. Also, I'm doing a lot of Scarlet House lately. I've never finished a Scarlet House except for that small I just showed you with the pumpkin, but I've never finished a sampler. This is Isabella Jackson 1829. This one, I don't think I mentioned last time. I'm using the silks, the Classic Colorworks Belsois silks, and they are so nice to work with. I just have them on floss drops and they're not getting fuzzy or tangled or anything. I'm really enjoying them. So this is kind of the up close of all the alphabets up top that I've done. And then I've taken the border all the way down the side and that's turned the corner to the bottom. So it's not that big. And what I have next to do, I have to finish the pink flowers in here, but then I have this section with these. So again, I'm sitting here going, I just kind of want to work on the same things next time that I was working on this time. Is that boring if I just keep doing the same things? I don't know. Probably I will get distracted with something else I want to work on, but I really do think that I need to start finishing some stuff. So it might be worth it to keep working on the same projects. Maybe I'll do mostly the same ones and then throw in a new one here or there. Okay, the next WIP I have is a new project, and I'm going to put a picture up of it here because I have a PDF. I'm actually using this in Pattern Keeper because it's from Emma Congdon, who I keep confusing with Erin Condren, the planner lady. She makes like date books, planners, but it's Emma Congdon does the designing for, her company is Stitchrovia. And I really love everything that she is doing. I think Stitching with Sarah is doing something by her. She has a lot of like nice sayings, and I don't want to say like motivational quotes, but just really nice quotes. One that I love, which is from Lord of the Rings, which is not why I love it, but it says, not all who wander are lost. And so someday I'm going to cross stitch that one because I really like that one. But this one is, open your heart to new adventures is what it says. And I'm making this for someone I work with. I've worked with her for about 10 years now, and she is looking to switch jobs and move to a different district and do something different. So I thought I would make this for her for when she leaves, which is, I mean, she's incredibly talented. I'm sure she's going to get a job soon. So I started this. This is how far I've gotten. Actually, it's not that big. It's, you know, the heart's point is probably down here, but it is full coverage within that heart. So it's a lot of stitching, but I'm doing it on 18 count Aida white. And sometimes it's just so nice to just stitch on something that's like white, not hand dyed. It's super easy to see. I'm using the called for DMC on here. Like I said, I am using Pattern Keeper because the pattern is over multiple pages, maybe 6 pages, and it does not have any shaded like overlap. So the stitch on the left page, then the next stitch is on the right page, and there's no overlap, and you have to kind of line it up, and it was driving me crazy. So I just put it in Pattern Keeper, and then it's just all one piece, and you just scroll through. So that's working out great. So this one I definitely will be working on over the next 2 weeks because I would assume that my friend is probably going to be starting a new job in September. So I want to get that done. I have kind of like a deadline for that. So those are all my WIPs, and I'm just going to take a minute to put them away. And then I have a couple other things that are not cross stitched to show you that are, I have a quilting project and a crochet project to show you. So I will be right back to do that. Okay, so another friend of mine at work is about to be a grandma for the first time in July. Her son and his wife are having a baby. So I decided to crochet a baby blanket for them because, you know, not everyone really appreciates cross stitch. And while I'm sure she would, I just feel like a baby blanket is more universally like welcomed. So I have this pattern from Hard Knot Life. And I follow them on Instagram. It is called the Marble Moss Stitch Blanket, and I don't want to show you like the actual pattern. So this is pictures of like the different colorways you can do, but you can kind of see the gist of the pattern there. The idea being that you kind of vary the number of rows with each color. So you might do like 3 rows of pink and then 6 rows of yellow and then 2 rows of green and 1 row of blue, and you just kind of try and make it as random as possible, which is hard for me because I like to have a plan and not be super random. But I don't know the gender of the baby, so I'm just going with all the cute, pretty colors. And this is about how wide it is and how long it is right now. So I'm actually gonna bring this up a little closer so you can kind of see. I've got a variegated yarn. I actually have them right here so I can tell you what they are in case you're interested. This is all Hobby Lobby. I love this yarn. This one is Parcel and Bow. That's the variegated color I'm using. And then the kind of peachy pinky color is called Cherry Blossom. The yellow is Buttercup. And the aqua is called Glacier. So I'm using those 4 colors, and I love the softness of the yarn. I like working on it a lot. I really need to kind of kick it into high gear though, because the baby is coming in July. So I just want to cross stitch all the time, but sometimes you have to crochet. So that's that project. And then I am making a quilt, which I haven't done in quite a while, but I wanted to make a quilt for my bed, and I have one made that I'm hand quilting. I have been hand quilting it for like 7 years in like fits and starts. I really just need to finish it. But again, I really just want to cross stitch at night. I don't want to pull out a quilt and hand quilt it. So until I get my act together and work on that, I thought, let me make another one that I wanted something for like spring and summertime that I will just machine quilt, and that'll be done much faster. So this is called Craftsman, and I saw it on Instagram. It's a PDF pattern that I bought. I think you can see the website there. You can get it at if you like it. And basically, I'm going to show you this other picture of it so you can see. It's a big block and then 3 small blocks, and that's just the whole row, and then you put all those rows next to each other, and it has white sashing in between. And so super big, easy blocks, which is going to, again, make this a quick project to do. So I've already sewn together all my sets of 3 blocks across. And now what I have to do is put the sashing, the white sashing, and the big blocks and kind of alternate them and make the rows. I did do 2 blocks just to show you kind of what they look like. So this is one. It looks a lot better when it has white sashing all around it, I think. Here's another one. These are fabrics from Lori Holt. It was like I bought a bundle of the entire line that she did, and I don't remember what this line is called. It was probably like a year or 2 ago that I bought it, and it's just been sitting here. And so I think it was like 30 or 35 fat quarters. This pattern is meant to be either a twin, a throw size, or a crib size, but the throw is 77 by 90. So that's pretty big for a throw. A queen size bed, like the top of the bed, is 60 by 80. So I figure I can just add blocks until it is big enough to fit on my bed. You can also, I might also just put a border around too. So I'm at this point, I think I have 46 blocks, which would be 6 rows across, 7 down. So I'm going to make that and then see what it looks like and whether I like it or not, whether I need more, and I'll just go from there. So that's my quilting, my crochet, my cross stitch. I don't have any haul today. I did order some stuff, so next time I will have some haul. I don't know if you saw, but Fat Quarter Shop has this really adorable patriotic set of circular smalls, I guess. And they do them in these tins. I'll put a picture here so you know what I'm talking about. So I ordered that and the tins and everything to make it. I also have the Valentine's Day pattern, which is the same. So next week when I have the patriotic one, I'll also pull out the Valentine's Day pattern to show you. I'm gonna do the finishing on magnets, so I can use one set of tins for Valentine's Day and the patriotic. And there's also a Christmas one. I didn't love the Christmas one, like the designs. I love the Valentine's and the patriotic. I love them, but I didn't love the Christmas ones as much. So I was thinking I could take maybe some of Lori Holt's designs. She has like vintage Christmas cross stitch, and she has like all the stitch cards. And I thought I could probably find some stuff to make a Christmas set as well. So my plan is to kind of figure that out, but start with the patriotic one. So I'll show you that next time when I have all that stuff in front of me, and it will probably make a lot more sense because you'll be able to see it. I think that's all for today, but thank you so much for watching, and I will be back in 2 more weeks with some more projects, hopefully some of the same ones that you've seen today and some new ones, and we'll see how much progress I can make in the next 2 weeks. Thank you for watching, and be well.